Hello, doctor. My name is Reem Bahsoon. This is the part where I address clinical scenario 2. So we have a 30-year-old woman who has recently given birth coming to your clinic. She's concerned about the risk of postpartum depression and wonders if there's a link between breastfeeding and a reduced risk of developing PPD. And she wants to know if breastfeeding can help lower her chances of experiencing postpartum depression. So our question is, I would say, an etiology question, since they are looking for a link between breastfeeding and postpartum depression, but that link could be there could be a causation because. So for the PICO question, our population is postpartum woman, and in this case it's exposure, and it is breastfeeding versus not breastfeeding. And we are looking at the risk reduction in postpartum. Okay, so if I'm looking for my exposure, breastfeeding, as a mesh term, I'd want to see if I want to explode it, and I do. I want to include breast milk expression. So I'm going to add to the search builder and then search in PubMed. Then I can go and say that it's searched it as a mesh term. And then I'm going to add keywords. Those keywords could be breastfeed with external truncation, as a keyword, or breastfed with a space with external truncation, and as a keyword, or breastfeed with a dash in between, as a keyword. Okay, so now we're gonna look at postpartum depression and search for it as a mesh word. And we are going to look if it has anything to explode. It doesn't, so we're going to choose not to explode. And as for keyword, we're going to go for maternity blue with external truncation in case it's maternity blues, or baby blue with external truncation, or postpartum depression, depressive بركة. And then I'm gonna repeat them. One with a hyphen and one with space in between them. I can also go for postnatal and then I'm gonna put or between them. Okay, and to include or to make sure I account for in case there are words in between them and adduce adjacency, I would go for, I'm sorry, just a sec. Postpartum depression. Title abstract. Two. Or same thing but with postnatal. I'm going to search this as keywords. And then I'm going to add this with or and search. No, I want to delete this, I'm sorry. And I'm going to OR it, so I'm gonna OR 4 and 5 together. And after that, I'm going to and 6 and 7. So we got 1,299, and we're gonna add filters to decrease the number. So we're gonna add adults to prevent underage pregnancy, to exclude, and maybe just put female, see if it makes any difference. Not much. So I can try to limit, for example, for recent years. For the past 5 years. Then I'd get maybe 143 results, and if I were to view these results, So there are relevant studies, for example, like this one and this one, and they're pretty relatively recent. So yeah, thank you.